Woke up this morning and I am sure sore, that's for sure. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Life with Spike. Oh my goodness, yesterday was such an amazing day. We went sturgeon fishing, but I am definitely paying for it. My arms, everything is just so sore. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I recommend to go watch it. Grab a bowl of popcorn and enjoy. I put a lot of effort in editing that video and it turned out amazing. But today, enough of the sturgeon talk. Well, maybe a little bit of sturgeon talk in the future, but I'll always be super excited talking about sturgeon. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about how I make a living and how I'm able to afford to be able to live in the van. I'm actually on disability, and I might not be working at a full-time job pumping gas, but there's also some major reasons behind that, and those are the things I'm going to discuss today with you guys. And we're also going to do a little bit of what I'm doing throughout the day to keep myself busy. I'm going to go right off the bat and say that I have a sleeping disability, sleep delayed syndrome, and sleep drunkenness disorder. And I went to a sleep clinic and we did a sleep study, and they attached a bunch of probes all over to my brain and straps around my wrist and my legs and the whole 9 yards, and they monitored me through cameras while I slept. And the sleep doctor diagnosed me back in, I think it was like 2005 or 2008, but I'd have to go through my records to check, but it was a long time ago. Basically, what that means is I have troubles waking up, and sometimes I have trouble sleeping. Like last night, I could not sleep for the life of me because I was just so happy and ecstatic and excited and stoked, and just everything was running through my mind. And not to mention, I was sitting on my computer looking through hours and hours of video footage of me catching sturgeon yesterday. All of that stimuli just made my brain like wide awake, so there was no going to sleep right away, that was for sure. I like had troubles eating because I was just so busy being in the moment of uploading some pictures of these massive fish, sturgeon fish, and all of this cool stuff that I just couldn't sleep. There was just no way. So I ended up going to bed like 1:30 in the morning last night. The other part of my sleep disability is the fact that I have troubles waking up in the morning. So I ended up sleeping in quite a bit this morning. I didn't get up till 9:30 or something like that, and then I crawled out of bed. When it comes to living in the van, find a place that you don't have to get up early in the morning to get out. You know, you can wake up at 11 a.m., pack up your stuff, and move on. Or find a place that you can stay for 2 or 3 days. That's the main reason why I love living in the van and being a part of the van life community and becoming a van lifer full time, because it's just an amazing experience. Other part of my disability is the fact that I've been in 2 car accidents. And these car accidents, I should not have walked away from either one of them, and I walked away from both of them. I'm very extremely grateful. Now, whether the fact that I should have died in these car accidents, I have no idea, but I'm still alive and I'm still here. So these 2 car accidents, the first one was a head-on collision at like combined speed of 160 kilometers an hour in a little Ford Tempo, and my brother was in the back seat, my father was in the passenger seat. My brother had whiplash along his chest from the seatbelt, and my dad broke his wrist, and I tacoed the steering wheel. It was severely tacoed. Basically, the police said if I was, a couple inches that way or a couple inches that way, somebody could have been even hurt even worse. And that was pretty scary. But everyone's okay now. We're all living. We're all still breathing. The second car accident I was in, I was T-boned. And it was actually on my side. I was driving through a green light and somebody fell asleep at the wheel and ran the red light straight into me. and I was driving a Buick LeSabre, I think it was. Yeah, it was a big vehicle. It was nice and big. Even to this day, like sturgeon fishing yesterday was just so hard on my back that I'm gonna have to hit the gym even harder and do some more workouts, because lifting that rod up, I was like literally just shaking trying to get that rod up. So we're gonna hit the gym. We're gonna make sure we're strong enough next time that ain't gonna be a problem, because I don't like passing the rod to somebody else, and if I don't have to, I'm gonna keep the rod in my hand the whole time. Oh yeah, that would be amazing. And these things weigh like over 200 pounds, sometimes 300. And when you get into the 10-foot ones, they can get up to like 500 pounds. And that would have been like a 2, 3, maybe 4 hours just to like reel that bad boy in towards the boat. Could you imagine that? Oh my goodness. So those are the reasons why I'm on disability. I've been on disability for quite a few years now. I've also had quite a few jobs and lost them because of absenteeism. You know, once I work 2-3 months in a row, my sleep disability catches up, and man, I can sleep like 10, 12, 14 hours straight. No problem, because of the lack of getting enough sleep every night the day before and the day before and the day before, and it all just adds up, and I'm zonked out. I could sleep almost like a full day, which is crazy to think about, because some of you guys, normal people, sleep 4 to 5 hours and you get up and you're fully functional and you're going all about your day. Like, there's no way I could do that. The reason why I live in a van now is because I can turn around, do my video edits, do anything I want at any time I want, have nobody telling me I gotta get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do something, unless it's something fun like sturgeon fishing. But regardless, if I want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for like a week straight, I can. But after that week long, I need a break and I need to sleep in. So that's why you'll see me go crazy. I'll make 4 or 5 videos, and then I'll take a video off, or I'll take a day or 2 off and just zonk out, sleep, catch up on sleep, rejuvenate, go have a shower, do my laundry, all that fun stuff, and then I'm back at it again, throwing the flat rod back in the river, or what have you. And that is also a great segment into what I want to do in the future. I'd love to pick up a backpack and go backpacking. I'd like to check out like Falls or something like that on the Vancouver Island, where it takes more than a day to get to, and actually fully plan out a trip with all my gear, backpack full of sleeping bag, food, water, etc., to go up and do a trip like that. And then that would make a great video on my channel. And the fact that I can actually do this on a disability budget is extremely satisfying. And that's why you guys are questioning, like, how are you paying your bills? Well, technically it's actually cheaper to live in the van than it is to go out and rent somewhere, because right now with the rent prices, my entire disability check would go to rent. I wouldn't have money for food, gas, bills, cell phone, internet, or anything like that. But the fact that I can spend $400, $500 on gas to keep this van driving around, I have the ability to spend the other $900 to $1,000 on food and cell phone. I got Starlink on the roof. I'm paying for YouTube Premium, and a few little things like that. So that's a huge bonus. Like, if I wasn't living in this van, I would have $0. So yeah, enough talking about that. There's my reason why I live in a van and I'm not working full-time job. That is completely 100% wrong, because I actually do have a job. My job is making products for YouTube. As you can see here, I'm a content creator. So I'm making content that is hopefully entertaining, informative, and I've got some good advice, I've got some good knowledge, and I can share that knowledge with you. And on top of all of that, we can go and experience and explore and see nature and see British Columbia like you've never seen before, or I've never seen before, and you get to see my first reactions on places I've never been, because I've been locked tight into the Okanagan, and I've never actually really been out of the Okanagan very much until recently. And my first trip out of the BC area was all the way to Ottawa, and that was such an amazing experience. But that's a video for another time. That's like a whole politics blah blah blah, which I've kind of like strayed away from. I'm not really wanting to talk about a lot of politics because there's just a lot of anger and fighting and name calling and all that crazy stuff. So I really don't really like focusing on politics anymore. I did start out with politics on the channel, and it didn't really click for me. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't my niche, or whatever you call it. I think this is my niche. I'm pretty sure this is what I was meant to do, like making content revolving around nature, green stuff, mountain biking, fishing, van life stuff, in building vans. That was awesome. I like doing the van build. That was pretty cool. Without further ado, let's get started with our day. We've just finished breakfast. It is getting late into the morning already, but I've got a video to finish, and there's some really good footage in there, and I really don't want to like exclude like a really cool scene just because I'm in a rush to get it done. So I'm gonna take the extra time, get this video so that it's perfect, because it was such a perfect day. Why not make it such a perfect video? It was such an amazing experience. So all right, we're gonna put you guys on a time lapse. Watch me do some video editing before we leave the area, and we'll go find some gas and start up the generator and get these batteries charged up because they're getting a little bit low. Not to mention we have no sun today, so the solar panels are producing nothing. I've got the first part going. It's just about like 19 minutes. It's just about 20 minutes, but that's gonna take half an hour to render. Once we're done finishing that, we'll pop in and we'll do the second half. Hopefully it won't take as long. It should take me like 2 or 3 hours, but we've got to have a little bit of a break. I'm gonna have a quick bite to eat. We gotta get some gas for the generator so that we can charge the batteries because we're getting pretty low. Time to eat some food. Yum. Okay, I'm all done my lunch. We're all packed up, ready to go. We're just gonna head up, get some gas, and then we're gonna find somewhere to park. We'll see you guys in a few. Okay, something's going on, and I'm stumped right this minute. 13.2 volts on the battery starter side, and then we go over here, we got 12.4. The fuse isn't blown, and the fuse in the under the hood isn't blown. All the fuses are good, receiving the correct amount of power. The DC to DC charger is actually getting warm, but as soon as I start the van up, nothing. Not a thing. We've got 6.4 volts being exited, and the green light is on, There's no power going to the batteries. Not a thing. It's charging, says it's charging, says it's on. It's getting warm, but nothing's flowing through the wire. But everything else runs good. No other problems. I had Starlink running. I was driving along, doing good, you know, charging 54 amps, and then all of a sudden, bam, 524, so, or 1524, so like 324, just about 35 minutes ago, the charger just quit. I don't know what's going on. We'll try again later, but right now I'm completely stumped on why that's not working, so we can't even rely on the engine right now to charge the batteries. Might have to contact Renogy and see if we can get a replacement, because it's only like a year old, literally just over a year old, maybe like 15 months old. So all right, let me put this bed back together. This is frustrating. So that's about a typical day for me making content for YouTube. Is either I'm busy recording all day and then I'm busy editing the video for the rest of the night, uploading it, and then going to bed. Occasionally I'll just take a day off and, you know, watch some TV and relax on a day off and rejuvenate, and then I'm ready to go to make more videos. And those are just a few things that I enjoy on a daily basis: video recording and playing on the computer. Man, we've had a long day video editing. Finally got it all done. It should be done here pretty quick, and then I'll start uploading it. But now that that's all done, I can finally eat some dinner, because it's literally 7 o'clock already. We did take a couple hour break, but we've been video editing probably for like 5-6 hours today, and now we've still got like another couple hours of, well, probably a couple hours, but yeah, probably a couple hours before I'm finally done editing this video, and then we'll upload that one after I'm done. So by the time I'm done, it'll be bedtime. Got myself a little dinner, got myself steak, little Caesar salad. I'm gonna mix that up here in a second. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a little, you know, short little clip, but it was informative, letting you guys know. Hopefully that answers some questions on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and why I'm not working. It is what it is. I'm dealing with it. Hopefully YouTube will take off and I'll be just making strictly money off YouTube and I won't have to need any more disability. That's my like ultimate goal and dream of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to hit the like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace out.